Hey guys, treasured ones. We're starting August. I can't believe we are already in the month of August. July seems to have flown by. A couple of things that I just wanted to remind you of. This is the very beginning of August, and oftentimes we forget to do this, reaffirm. And I encourage you to set time aside and write down what you declare over yourself, what God is declaring over you in your guide. Write down what worked well and what didn't work well. Set your goals. Look back over your faith goals that you wrote down in the beginning of your journal and add those in. It's really important that we do that. We're coming to the downward side of 2021. We're not going down, but we're coming towards we're rounding out the year, I guess is the best way to say it. We're rounding it out. We're in August. August, September, October, November, December. 5 months left in 2021. It's amazing to me. 5 months. And so I just want us to finish strong. And some of us, it's been intimidating to journal, and that's okay. You know why? It's because it's new. We've not done this. And so some of you have just been able to do one page, and it's okay. There's no measuring stick. There's no, you have to be like this person or do it like that. You just have to do the best version of you. And so I want to encourage you. It's new mercies. It's a new month. It's a new day. And let's walk in those mercies. Let's not beat ourselves up for what we haven't done in the past and what everybody else is doing and what we seemingly aren't doing. Can we just jump on board with the mercies of God and what He is doing in us? And that we keep commitments to ourselves. Remember when we first started Treasures Groups, we said we keep commitments to ourselves. And so I just want to encourage you to keep that commitment. Keep the commitment to grow. It's not a commitment to perfection. It's not a commitment to do everything right. It's a commitment to grow and to go deeper in Jesus. And that's what this is all about. So it's not a matter of, I have to journal every day. Goodness, that would stress me out too. That's not what it's about. Reading and listening to our Bible, yeah, we want to establish that habit. Journaling, it is a great habit. It causes us to see things and hear things that are on the inside of us that if we didn't slow down, we wouldn't realize. So having said all of that, this month our word is Selah. And I love that word. I know that the Lord has just been setting us up for the word Selah. In the Hebrew, it means to voluntarily, intentionally pause for reflection. To voluntarily and with intention pause for reflection. Can I say this, that it's in the pausing? I have my little notes written down here. It's in the pausing that God can give us revelation. And in that pausing, when God gives us revelation, it oftentimes transforms our perspective when we pause. We can see the world as bad, and we can see His people as bad, and we can see that we're being mistreated or mishandled, or our circumstances are overwhelming and our children are driving us crazy. But in the pause, being intentional to pause for reflection, God can transform our perspective. It doesn't mean circumstances change. It just means that our perspective changes. Maybe those people aren't as bad as we were thinking they were. Maybe my children aren't as crazy as I was thinking they were. Maybe the world isn't quite as bad as I was thinking it was. Why? Because God's in me. It causes my perspective to change. So this month is Selah. And so in this month, we're going to take pauses, being intentional to pause for reflection. Selah positions us to hear His voice and causes us to be aware of His presence around us. He is Emmanuel, God with us. Oftentimes we're just going so fast and we're so busy that we're not aware that His presence is with us. So, Selah, let's pause. Let's be intentional and reflect on Him. And I believe that when you're journaling or when you're meeting with your prayer partner or you're texting back and forth, I believe that right perspective will come as a result of taking those Selah moments. So in the email that you got in your journal prompt this week, I'm including an app that I found, and it's called the Pause app. It's amazing. I've already been doing it this last month, and it's just it sends reminders twice a day You don't even have to do anything. It just sends a reminder and says, take time to pause. And it's like a minute long. And the man on there, he prays the prayer. And it's just real simple. It just brings us back to the center. And who is the center? Jesus is the center. He's the center of my joy. He's the center of my hope. He's the center of all that's good and perfect. And when I take those moments to pause voluntarily with intention and reflect, I become so aware of his presence and I hear his voice so much clearly. And man, it changes my perspective on people and on circumstances. So I love you, treasured ones. I can't wait to connect with you guys. This month we have our Selah time on Saturday, August 21st. If you're in the area, please join us. On that Saturday, Dr. Sandra Dalton Smith will be with us speaking on sacred rest, and I just know it'll be a divine time, a Selah time. So I love you. If you haven't registered for the retreat that we're having, our treasured retreat away in Mentone, Alabama, please do so. If finances are an issue or anything that you have questions or concern, please message me. I want you there. I love each of you, and I pray for you daily. Be blessed.